welcome back book friends. So I'm going on vacation next week. I leave next Wednesday, today's Friday, so I want to kind of pick out some reads for me so I can take them with me on vacation. The flights are about 5 hours long and I'm gonna be there for about a week, so it's plenty of time that I know I have to take at least probably more than one book. So I figured I want to maybe use my TBR jar, which usually you guys see it when I do my monthly TBR videos, but might as well use it again, right? I love using the jar, it's so fun. So I'm gonna use it, but I do have a TBR cart, which is the one that you guys usually see me pick from. But I do have some books here and there on these shelves as well that I haven't read that are also on my TBR, but they literally just don't fit on my cart at the minute. So I'm gonna use like both the shelves and the cart as options for when I pick the prompts. Okay, so here's the jar. Sorry you guys, I'm a little lower than you. There we go. Additionally, I want to also show you guys my Kindle. Of course, reading on a Kindle, especially when you're on vacation, is so easy, and you know, it's portable, it's small, and it holds many digital books. So I'm definitely bringing that with me, and I'll give you guys kind of like a Kindle tour because I don't think I've ever talked about my Kindle on here. I'll show you guys like the type of Kindle it is, the way I decorate it, the books inside, and then maybe download some more books because I don't think I have that many on there. But first I want to start off with the TBR jar portion of the video, so let's just jump right in. All right, usually when I do these videos, I'll pick a TBR prompt and then read it and then choose a book right after, but I'm gonna just pick all the prompts at once and then kind of go over to the TBR cart and then these shelves just to see which one or like which reads I want. So it's a little bit different, still the same, and usually I pick 6 books for a whole monthly TBR, but I'm not gonna do that many because I'm only there for like a week and some flights worth of time. So I think I'm gonna do 3 plus the Kindle reads. I just love using this. This is so awesome. I actually use it for my July TBR. We're in like mid to late July and I picked 6 books for my July TBR and I've read 5 of them. Well, I'm in the middle of reading the 5th one, and then the 6th one I actually started as well, but it's like a really long book and I'm only like 4% through, so I don't think I'll finish it this month. It is on my Kindle though, so maybe. But all of that to say that this has been really helpful actually in getting me to read my books, especially like the TBR. Reading and book buying are 2 different hobbies. I stand by that 100%, but sometimes it gets a little out of hand, so I'm trying to take back some of that control. I also am thinking of doing like a counting my physical TBR video, and I think that would be fun, so stay tuned. But anyway, here is the TBR jar and we're just gonna pick some prompts. Of course I have to give you guys some ASMR. Let's do the first one. It is okay, I don't really want this one, especially for vacation. It literally says intimidating book. And usually intimidating books for me are really long ones. So I'll keep it, and then if I can fit something into this prompt, then I will. If not, I'll just pick another one. It's my video, doesn't matter. So that's the first one, I guess. Second one is gonna be, okay, this is interesting. A book with a great first sentence. So I'll have to read through a few probable book choices and then see which one has the best first sentence. Some of the books, one book that I can think of off the top of my head that I have read that has an amazing first sentence is this one, actually. When True Loves by Taylor Jenkins Reid. Listen up. I'm finishing up dinner with my family and my fiance when my husband calls. Like what? Excuse me? Actually, I love this book. If you guys have never read it, definitely recommend. Okay, third and last prompt, I guess. Let's just see what we get. I'm not a huge fan of the prompts that I have picked so far. I want something with like flowers on the cover because like it's summer, but you know, we're loyal to the prompts. Male author. Okay, that one's pretty cool. So we have our 3 prompts, and now honestly nothing off the top of my head. I think I do want to refer to the cart for just a minute, so let's move over there. All right, so we're sitting right in front of the cart. I put my 3 prompts right here. Book with a great first sentence, intimidating book, and male author. Honestly, I feel like all of the books that I'm being pulled towards are female authors, so that's kind of unfortunate, but maybe we can make it fit into a different category. Okay, this one has been on my TBR for a really long time, and it is really pretty. Like, this is one of those books that is not really a beach read, it's not super romance, but I feel like if I took a picture of this at the beach, like, it fits, you know? This is The Sentence by Lewis Eldridge, or Erdrich, I'm not too sure how to say that. I'm thinking of this one for the male author prompt. A wickedly funny ghost story, a tale of passion, of a complex marriage, and a woman's relentless errors. The sentence asks what we owe to the living, to the dead, to the reader, and to the book. Oh, it's about a small independent bookstore and it's being haunted. I think this is definitely more like Halloween vibes because it talks about All Souls Day, and isn't that like Halloween? Okay, yeah, kinda. It's November 2nd and it's kind of like Day of the Dead. Basically, I just bought this because I know I've just seen it everywhere and I've heard really, really good things about it. I'm gonna put this like tentatively over here because I am thinking about that one. Okay, I'm gonna need this one to have a great first sentence because this is the ultimate like beach read. This Summer Will Be Different by Carly Fortune. This is her 3rd book, I believe. I cut my hands over my eyes so I could gulp down the view. I feel like that's not super intriguing or that great, really. Maybe Wildfire by Hannah Grace. Let's see what this one says. Henry's eyes are burning into me from across the living room. They're not giving, I feel like, what it needs to give. Let's try Love Theoretically. All throughout middle school, my Halloween costume was the duality of light. Heartless. I have been wanting to read Heartless. I just finished Flawless literally a few weeks ago. So this is book 2 in the Chestnut Springs series. Lucy Reed's Eyes Flutter My Way. I'm literally gonna end up going through all of these books. Maybe my expectations are too high and I'm expecting a One True Loves type of line. I think we should swap. I tell B bobbing up to house. Let me do this off camera. I'm getting overwhelmed. Okay, so I have a little bit of a mess in front of me. You can't even see it, but I have a few books laid out. This is what I'm thinking tentatively for male author. I think I want to pick Beautiful Boy. This is kind of like an biography memoir in the dad's perspective about his son and his addiction to crystal meth and what he does, literally everything that he does to try to help his son, who prior to his addiction was like a varsity athlete, caring, loving, perfect son, and then his addiction and disease kind of starts destroying him. So I think this is really interesting. I picked this up literally this week or last week, so it'd be interesting to read it already and just kind of see what it entails. I have like been being pulled towards this book, so very excited. I think I'm gonna set this one with male author because the author is David Shep. A book with a great first sentence. I was looking through this one, The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren, and I found a first sentence, whoa, that I thought was really funny and cute and bantery, and I was like, you know what? I think it's giving vibes. The day my husband moves out of our apartment is also the day Resident Evil Village releases for PlayStation, and you might be surprised which one of these things lands with a greater emotional impact. That's funny, that's punny, that's, I don't know, it's giving Hawaii destination, and actually I didn't even say, but I am going to Hawaii, so I think this would be perfect. I'm gonna limit myself to only 1 hardback because they are just bigger and bulkier and I don't want to travel with 3 hardbacks. So this is gonna be the 1 hardback and it's gonna fit the prompt, a book with a great first sentence. Pulled. I'm still thinking this one for intimidating book, but you know what? I was like, you know what? Let me just pull another prompt and see what's out there, because at the end of the day, it's my life, my books, my prompts, my vacation, and I want just what's gonna be best for me. So I wouldn't be mad at that, but I just want to see what's out there because there are other books I would rather read if I'm being honest. So let's just see. Let's give ourselves some options. Okay, I guess we're sticking with intimidating book because low star prediction. I do not want to read a low star prediction on my vacation. That just doesn't sound fun, really. You know what? I am gonna keep this prompt, but I'm gonna switch from the sentence to the people we keep. This one I just read the back, and basically it's about a woman who's like dissatisfied with her life at home, so she runs away from like her dad's house, and it's just kind of about her travels, and she's like a singer or songwriter, and she's kind of like putting her travels into a song or like chronicling her life that way. It's a little intimidating for me because it just doesn't seem like something I'm drawn towards, but I have heard amazing reviews about this, so that's why I picked it up in the first place. So hopefully it proves my initial reaction wrong, and I love it. So I think I'm gonna choose this one. Now that I finally picked, I wanna do a quick little recap. So for the prompt intimidating book, I chose The People We Keep by Allison Larkin. I believe this is kind of historical fiction. Well, it takes place in 1994, so it's not that far back in time. So kind of more maybe literary fiction. We're going with The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren for a book with a great first sentence. This is a romance between the buttoned-up heir of a grocery chain and a free-spirited artist as they fake their relationship in order to receive a massive inheritance. So sounds like fake dating, just a nice little summer romance. The title, or I mean the cover, is beautiful, so I can't wait to read this like on the beach, on the airplane, anywhere, because it's just so pretty. And the last one we picked was male author, and then that is going to Beautiful Boy by David Sheff. Like I mentioned, autobiography, biography, memoir, so a little bit of 3 different genres, which I always love that, to be kind of diverse in the books that I pick. These are all the ones that I debated picking off camera, but they just literally didn't fit into any of the prompts. So we're gonna kind of just organize these and put these back. We got it back in order for the most part, so now let's move into the Kindle section of this video. We literally didn't move, but this is my Kindle. She is small, but she is mighty. This, I honestly don't even know the model that it is, because it was gifted to me maybe 3 years ago by my like future brother-in-law. So I don't even know what it is. I think it's a Kindle Paperwhite. I think it might say on the back here, but it is the only like white version of the Kindle. I don't even think they sell this one anymore, so I can't really like link it or anything. It just looks like this. I know some of them are like sideways and have like buttons on the side. This one doesn't really have buttons apart from the ones actually right here on the bottom. It only has one. It's like a power button, the charging port, and that's literally it. I love this one. I love that it's white, so I got really lucky. But like I mentioned, this is my Kindle, and on the back I kind of just decorated it a bit. I added a pop socket, which I actually got in London like 3 years ago. It was really cheap. It was like £1 maybe, if that, and it's just nice. It just makes holding a Kindle so much easier. And then I have a bunch of book stickers. This one says read more books, I'm a sucker for books, coffee, let's grow together, and then more books. So I really like it. I didn't actually like take the backs off the stickers and put them on the Kindle, so I can always rearrange it. I can always switch these out, give it a different vibe, but for now I think we're just gonna stick with that. Now powering it on, let's just dive right in to see what is actually even on here. I read more physical books than digital books, but I do use it. This is just powering up to A Storm of Swords, which is the 3rd Game of Thrones book. If books are really big and pretty intimidating size-wise, I usually will put them or grab them through Kindle or digital means, because they're just easier to read that way. So just starting off on that top row, we have Storm of Swords, A Love Letter to Whiskey. I also, okay, backtracking a little bit, I don't have Kindle Unlimited. I don't pay for that because I use my library a lot, and I feel like that kind of helps a lot with the things that I need. I do have Prime, like Amazon Prime, so I do get Prime Reading, so that's kind of an option as well. And I think usually with just even Libby, which is my library app, and Prime Reading, I have enough books that I can even want to read at one point. So I haven't found myself needing Kindle Unlimited. When I first got the Kindle, and I think I had like a 3-month free subscription, I did use it, and I did download I think a few Kindle Unlimited books, because I think once you download them you can keep them. But yeah, I don't currently have a subscription. So at the top there, you can see some of them say Prime Reading, because that's sometimes like what I will use. So I have A Love Letter to Whiskey, Binding 13, Never Lie, Red Queen, Pineapple Street, Summer of Broken Rules, The Song of Achilles. I have a couple of books that are pretty popular. I can't even tell you like how long some of these books have been on here for, but again, a different kind of variety of genres. We have some fantasy, some romance, some beach read, literary fiction. So I think if I am going to be reading from my Kindle, what I might pick up is maybe like A Love Letter to Whiskey. I've heard that romance book is so good. I don't really know too much about it. I have seen the physical version and it's pretty like thick. Oh, here's a better kind of view of the books that are on my Kindle. Not that many, but again, I try to only download like ones that I'm like in the mood for, because I don't want to just have like 100 books on here and then just not ever, like that sounds intimidating and overwhelming to me. So I kind of go pace by pace. Binding 13 might be a great one to dive into as well. I've heard so many great things about that book series. Never Lie by Frida McFadden. Always need a fast-paced thriller, you know, handy and dandy just in case you need it. Red Queen fantasy series, I think, maybe a duology or trilogy. Pineapple Street, also giving summer vibes. So I have a few books on here that I think I'm good. In that case, I don't think I'm gonna download any, just because I think with the ones that I have on here and the ones that I'm gonna bring with me, I'll just have enough material to read on my vacation. I am glad I got to show you guys kind of my Kindle and what's on it and the way that it's decorated. But if you guys have any other questions like on the Kindle, you can ask me. I'm not a pro, but maybe I can figure it out. I think we've done good with what we have. We have these 3 books and the Kindle to top it all off. Also, audiobooks. I have been listening to audiobooks, and my boyfriend has a Spotify premium membership, so that's how I'm able to listen to some audiobooks. I've really been wanting, I just finished First Light Wins. I don't remember the author, but it was a Reese's Book Club pick, I think in January of this year. I gave it 3 stars. I'm not gonna go into it. You'll have to watch my July reading wrap up to get more insight onto what I thought about that book. But anyway, I have been really wanting to start the Julia Fox memoir, so that might also be another option that I'll bring with me to Hawaii to listen to maybe on the airplane. Oh, I never listened to an audiobook on the airplane. Audiobooks are really new to me, so definitely excited, definitely seeing things through. I think I'm all good to go. So this will be my reading life for the next week and a half while I'm in Hawaii. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoy. Stay tuned, and I'll catch you in the next video. Bye.